Hi there, YouTube family. Jason here. I'm starting a video series to document my progression of relearning how to play the violin. To give a little bit of quick background, excuse me, um, played when I was in fourth, fifth, and sixth grade. Gave it up and played guitar after that, and I've been playing music for years. Went to school, so I do have some theory background. Um, I'm an okay guitarist. I can fake my way through some stuff, but definitely no professional. And I only play at home or for the family, and it's usually the same songs over and over again because I know them well. But I've been talking about getting a violin and relearning it for a little while now, and my wife managed to pick this up for my Christmas present. It's a Stradivarius copy from Germany. Wasn't so sure about it until my instructor on Friday took a look at it, started playing in this musician's look of ecstasy when you pick up a really nice sounding instrument. Swept across his face. Wasn't sure I was getting it back. And he said it's definitely an instrument that is going to see me not only through the beginning stage, but all the way up to the professional stage. And if I was going to go farther with it, which I probably won't, there's a few tweaks and upgrades, but I'll never have to replace this violin, barring one of my kids breaking it or me. But anyhow, so I want to create this series. Again, partially I want to document my progress. I want to put this into perspective that I have been playing this since December, so I'm not starting out from scratch. There are a lot of videos out there where people are starting from square one. They've had 8 lessons and then did all this stuff by themselves, which I kind of question when I hear it, but who am I to call them a liar? Anyhow, I want to walk through this not only for my sake, but for new violinists who are out there and new musicians who are looking for ideas and tips, and especially when it comes to practice and doing really focused practice to develop your skills. And the first thing I'm going to say, and my instructor was in agreement with me, it comes down to this: you need to build your technical skills. Nobody wants to listen to a sloppy player. Unless you're Stevie Ray Vaughan, but then you can get away with it because it's technically sloppy. But Stevie Ray Vaughan has an amazing style, but he gets away with it because he's able to use that to his benefit. But anyways, developing the proper way to practice is really important in progression. As a matter of fact, just to let you know where I'm at, this video is going to revolve around songs out of this series. Yes, I am literally starting from square one and developing skills that I know that need to be developed because I have an end game with all of this, and it is this book. I got that on Christmas, December 25th. I got this on my birthday, December 30th, and opened it up and went, there is more black on this page than white. Yeah. I'm just like going, thank you. I can't play any of this yet. So, but I'm going to. That's the end goal of this series, is for myself. And if you want to play along and progress with me, you're more than welcome to do so. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you get new content when it comes out. And I'd appreciate the like button too, because it lets me know that you are actually watching this and you appreciate the fact that this content is out there to help you develop your skills. And there's a lot of good instructors out there. Don't just go to me. A story I remember from my guitar days is the guitarist Randy Rhoads every time he'd go to a town, he would seek out a new violin instructor, or not a violin, sorry, a new guitar instructor, so that he could learn something new from their style, because everybody has a different voice when it comes to music. And by learning to play that person's style, he was able to incorporate it into his own and create his own voice that way, which is essentially what we do, and essentially the basis behind Suzuki in the first place. You learn how to speak, and then you learn how to read, and then you also learn how to improvise your speech based off of that language. So, all right, no more chatter out of me. I'm going to start with Lightly Row. I've have played it through before. It's for me, it's a fairly simplistic piece, but there is a lot of technical skills that go along with it. I am going to play this at 60 beats a minute. And this is the other reason I'm doing this, because when I first started out, when I was 4th, 5th, 6th grade, I didn't have a metronome. I used the second hand on a clock and listened to the tick to get my beat. As a matter of fact, I didn't know what a metronome was. I knew I needed something for a timing device instinctively, but I didn't have one. And the only other way that I had any kind of timing training was watching The Conductor. That was it. So I want to make sure that there's something out there that young artists, young people starting out have something with as a timing device. Now, you should be able to just download a metronome app. But be that as may, I want to practice the right way. So we're going to go over Lightly Row, page 27 from volume 1 of the Suzuki book. It's saying played at moderato. I'm just going to start out at 60 beats a minute and maintain my bow skills doing that. We're going to give it a count of 4 and then start. Now we're going to start. All right, so that was Lightly Row at 60 beats a minute. Apologize for the extra music in the background. My wife wanted a cuckoo clock for Christmas, so every half an hour we get a little bit of a song. I'm going to do it again at 80 beats per minute. Generally, when I practice, especially a song like this where I'm doing it over and over and over again, I go 60, 80, 110, play with it in those areas. If I'm practicing and learning a song for the first time, I'll start out slow, make sure my rhythm and my beats are correct, and then I will gradually bump it up, especially if it's a more complex piece that I'm not used to. But let's do it again at 80 beats per minute. Again, I'm going to give it a 4 count, and then we'll go. Clearly still room for improvement, but we're going to keep plugging away, right? What we'll do is I'll do this every Sunday, and then we'll come back. We'll do it again next week before we move on to the next piece and just see how far we've progressed. Next, I am going to do this at 110. I take it back. I don't have a 110. I'm going to do it at 108. All right, I'm going to count this one in because that's too fast for me to pick up my violin. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so we got 3 different beats for you to practice with. Got an extra tone out of my guitar sitting off to the side, and I've got some other videos that I want to produce using that, which is why it's sitting there. But until next Sunday, have a great week. Practice, practice, practice. Again, metronome. If you can't find one, Soundbrenner is free to download as far as the metronome app goes. That one's really nice, and you can break it down into the different time signatures. If you're looking for a tuner, that is free. I use G-String. I've been using G-String tuner for years on my phone, and it does pretty well. I find that I have to tune a little bit more sharp than what the tuner says so that I can play against other people, but otherwise it works out really well. So have fun. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you want more of these videos and you want to see the progression and work with me as you're on your own journey learning the violin. Bye.